When Pokémon Red and Green were first released in Japan on February 27th, 1996, the rest, as they say, was history. The games were an instant phenomenon that had since captivated the world to this day, and has showed no signs of slowing down. However, if it weren't for the faith and support that one small company put into Pokémon, it likely would have ceased to exist in the first place. The following is the story of Pokémon's unsung hero, Creatures Inc. Creatures Inc. was technically founded in March 1989 under the name Ape Inc. Then Nintendo president Hiroshi Yamauchi was, at the time, looking for new talent in the industry when he came across a man by the name of Shigesato Itoi. Itoi had been involved in a number of different career ventures in addition to his work on video games, even voicing Tetsuo Kusakabe in the Japanese version of the Studio Ghibli film My Neighbor Totoro in 1988. Just a year later, Hiroshi Yamauchi would approach Itoi with the idea for Ape Inc. and inserted Itoi as its first CEO. The staff at Ape also included Tsunekazu Ishihara, the current CEO of the Pokémon Company. Ape got right to work developing the first game in its flagship franchise, Mother, also known as Earthbound in the West. The first Mother game was finished in July of 1989 and development began on its sequel, Mother 2. This is where the dominoes for Pokémon would begin to fall into place, as Mother 2's development was a bit of a train wreck. It wasn't until former Nintendo president Satoru Iwata stepped in to help sort out the bugs that Mother 2 saw its release in 1994. Shortly thereafter, however, the Ape team dismantled, closing its doors in 1995. While Ape Inc. had officially closed up shop in 1995, the sadness of this event was thankfully short-lived. Its successor, Creatures Inc., was officially established on November 8th of that same year under the assistance of Satoru Iwata, with Tsunekazu Ishihara also helping to found the new company and lead it as its first CEO. With a staff comprised of former members of Ape Inc., Creatures was now primed and ready to make one of the biggest moves in the history of video games. During the time where Ape was under operation developing the Mother series and eventually transitioning into Creatures, Satoshi Tajiri of Game Freak was trying to get his dream project, Pokémon, off the ground. By 1995, Pokémon Red and Green had been in development for 5 years, and the process had been extremely difficult. Many employees of Game Freak had quit, and Tajiri wasn't even able to take a salary, because there simply wasn't enough money to go around. It seemed that Pokémon was destined to fail before it even got a chance to succeed, but it was at this moment, when Creatures wasn't even more than a year old at the time, that they agreed to invest in the Pokémon project in order to allow it to continue in exchange for a 1/3 ownership of the franchise's copyright. This decision is literally what allowed Pokémon to even be a thing in the first place, and for Creatures to make that sort of commitment when they were still such a young company, and make that commitment to a franchise that hadn't even proven its worth, definitely had to have been a gutsy move, and the fact that Pokémon turned into what it is now makes this decision one of the most important in video game history. It seems that Creatures often gets forgotten when it comes to Pokémon, being constantly overshadowed by Game Freak and Nintendo, who obviously have their own parts to play in the franchise's history. However, despite Creatures being the smallest and least well-known company of the three that have a stake in Pokémon, it has been just as influential, and has made some of the biggest and most positive contributions to Pokémon's success, by giving it the funding to be released in the first place, and also providing the Pokémon Company with a very capable CEO in Tsunekazu Ishihara. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed this documentary-type style of video. It's something that I've wanted to try out for a while, and it's always fun and refreshing to try something new. If you did happen to enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like and let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet for more great Pokemon content every week, and I've also got one more special announcement for you guys. I've got another album of my Pokemon remixes that is releasing on November 3rd. This album contains all of my best remixes from the past year, and even one that hasn't been released yet. It'll be available on iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify, so any support you guys can give me on that would be immensely appreciated. It will also be available to pre-order soon, so make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram so you can know as soon as that's available. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys now. I'll be back with another video soon, and until then, I will smell you guys later.